Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob from Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today I'm going to do a quick tuning of my QSP Penguin Mini that I just got in. Wanted to tune the detent. I don't like a super strong detent, so I wanted to go ahead and just kind of tune it up to the way I like it. This is one of their traditional pocket knives exclusive. Beautiful M390 blade steel with a jigged titanium milled handles and a mill deep pocket carry clip, titanium pocket carry clip as well. So this makes this knife really, really, really nice. But I like to have these. The action can be beautiful once you take this apart and adjust it. So let's go ahead and dig right in. I know these are T6s and this is going to be a T8, so we'll get those out here. So we'll start off with the T6. So here's the T6, as you can see. So we'll go ahead and just start disassembling that. And if you do work like this, make sure you have some good tools. WIA and the WIA bits are really good. I highly recommend using these guys. And making sure that when you do unscrew things that you're seated really well. You're in at 90 degrees, perpendicular. You're not at an angle. And the bit is seated all the way into the torque screw, so that it's got the best point of contact and the best leverage that you want on that screw. Alright, so this is the T8. Where are we? There we are. T8. See that? Alright, I'm going to get a little cloth to clean this and get my Loctite 242. So sometimes in manufacturing process, they get a little dirty, so we kind of have to maybe work on that. So I'm going to go ahead and take this pivot out. This actually has a little washer on it as well. That's interesting. It has a washer as well over here. Alright. Here are the cage ceramic bearings. So I'm going to go ahead and just clean that out. And we'll go ahead and clean that. And we'll go ahead and clean that. So the way I typically clean the ball bearings is I'll put them over on a cloth like this. Make sure we run around like that and kind of rub them well. You definitely don't want a cloth that has a lot of lint, because you don't want that to get inside the cage ceramic bearings. Alright, so what I do is I like to tune the detent, and this is not too terribly bad. You can see this right here. You can really see it more up here where the detent is up. And I'm going to drop this just a little bit. But in order to do that, this is the lock bar insert right here, the steel lock bar insert, the steel part here. But it's also the over travel stop. As you can see, it sticks out a little bit right here, and that's what stops it when you are opening the knife like this. It's not going to travel too far and bend it out. But in order to do that, I have to remove that screw, which will be a T6. Now that came out very nicely. I had another knife where I had to use a little heat to expand the lock bar to be able to get it out altogether. All right, so this is where knowing exactly how far this goes up. So if you can see this right here, right now, this bottom part, I don't know if we can get that in there, it's barely over the lip there. But from this angle, it's pretty flush. So I'm going to try to get that just a little bit below. Okay, I don't want to do a whole lot, so just be gentle, just slow. You just want to do ever so subtly. Now in this case, this clip is not in the way, as you can see, so I'm not having to remove that. Right, there we go. Now we got a little movement on there. Okay. Right, so I'm going to stick this back in and see where we're at now. Yeah, That's not quite, that might have been just a, it's always one of these games I really don't want to do too much, but, and I did just a little bit. Here we go. I think that's good. All right. Yeah, I think we're good there. All right, I'm just making sure that's going to have enough contact there. Oops, one of my soundboards here fell over from the fan. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think we're good there. Okay, so now do a little bit of Loctite. Yeah, this is what happens when I don't tap. We get a little spillage. I gotta clean that up afterwards. Alright, so now we're back. Alright, so let's reassemble the knife. Get the washers here. Put those back. It's got a captive pivot, so we've got to make sure that this flat side right here comes up and goes into that flat side right here, as you can see. That's where it's going to keep it from rotating, right in there. So you see that little flat side right here? What we're looking for is this to come right in here and fit. So alright, so now I'm going to do my oil right here on the washers part. Now, since this is cut out inside the blade, I'm going to oil the inside right here. I'm going to put the washer with the inside, the open, since these aren't fully caged like the skiff ones are, I want to have that part inside here so it's kind of sealed and protected and not exposed. I think it's zoomed in on me a little bit for my watch. Sorry about that. I'm going to put a little oil on top here just to make sure it gets nice and distributed. And then we put our stop pin in. Alright, so now I need to find where that captive pivot is. Okay, so it moved on me a little bit. Well, before we did that, I needed to put a little bit of the heavy oil on here. Alright, so just want to make sure that D-pivot was lined up in there, because sometimes it can be really hard to get in there, and it's got a lot of room. I think it's because probably a lot of these parts are interchangeable between the different sizes, I'm guessing. Could be wrong, but you know, it's a typical manufacturing process. so I did put that pivot screw a little tight. So let's loosen that up a little bit. Okay, no blade rock. Centering is very good. All right. All right. I think that's going to break in nicely. Already, it's not as tight, and it is allowing it to drop now. Typically, I get these so where the drop action is really nice with no blade rock. And it's always going to be a little bit of the challenge, right? How tight do you want it? And in this case, I think it's pretty good. I'll just test this one more time. Yeah, right there. I will put a little more heavy on the detent ball. Please, no, that's original. Okay. Put a little oil here. A little oil here. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. See, I like it when it can drop like that. There we go. Yeah, so I think we're in a good place. Basically, it's a little play and give. Make sure that it's locking up here. Are we locking up all right? Yeah, we still are. Yep. So a good grip. Excuse me. Got a little stuff on my hand there. Okay. So there we are. Not bad. Well, that's all there is to it. If you found this interesting or helpful, let me know in the comments down below. If there's something that I can explain a little bit better or demonstrate a little bit better, let me know as well. I'd love to help out. I'm hoping some of these videos are informative and helpful and insightful to some of you guys. How you can tune and take full advantage of your knives and enjoy them to the best of your ability. Thanks so much for watching today. If you like this content, would you consider subscribing and maybe hitting the like button down below? I sure would appreciate that. And if you like this content, maybe hit the notification button as well. If you like what you see and what you've heard and what this channel, maybe consider subscribing to my Instagram account over at robs_nerdy_knives. That's robs_nerdy_knives on Instagram. Hey, thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.